Someone asked me a question. Why do we need to give flotation system to fish in the pond when we have a lot of fish in the dam and in the water bodies? Nobody gives them flotation system. Nobody gives them aeration system. Nobody feed them. But the fish are thriving and they are growing very well in the natural water bodies. In this video, I'm going to answer such questions. So please, if you're not subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel. Before I answer the question, let me also ask you a question. And the question is, these grasses on the water, what do you think the purpose of the grasses in the water? The bank, the river bank, the water bank. Why do you think they are there? There are living organisms in the water. Why do you think these living organisms are there? In short, this answers most of the questions that you have been asking. When you have water in the fish pond, that water is stuck, is small, and the amount of fish that you usually stop in that pond is more than the capacity of the water. And such, you need filtration system. Because as the fish defecate, they release feces. When you also feed them the uneaten feed, the leftover feed, all these insoluble particles contaminate the water body because it introduces into the water body what we call ammonia. And high ammonia in the fish pond is harmful to the fish. So, in the natural water systems, these grasses, as you can see, a lot of them, and there are also organisms in the water. These things break down those ammonia and turn it and make it less harmful to the fish. The filtration system, you need to put it in the control system in the fish farm to take out such ammonia, such insoluble particles. But in the natural body, in the natural water bodies, it is provided by nature or by Allah. So you don't need such systems there. Also, the water, the bank surrounding the rivers and the dam, such banks also control the coolness and the hotness of the water. If you observe, when you go into the water during Harmattan season, you will expect that the water will be very cold. But you'll be surprised when you step in the water, you realize that the temperature is normal. You will fetch it normal. And during hot afternoon, you will think that the water is very hot. The way you step in the water, you realize that it is cool. That is the power of nature. The bank is controlling that, and therefore helping the fish in the water bodies. Someone also asked again, why do you need to hatch the fish that we rear when the natural body, you don't hatch them, they are there naturally? And to answer that, you see, fish, they are very carnivorous in nature. They eat each other. And such, when the females even lay the eggs in the control system, I mean the fish farm or the fish pond, the other fish will eat the eggs. It will not be there to even hatch. Also, the eggs needs to lie at a place where it will not be disturbed for it to hatch. But in the control system or in the fish farm system or the pond system, you cannot have that. But the natural systems, that's why those who are fishing, you realize that when you put the bait close to the bank or at the end of the edge, you are likely to catch small fish. Yes, this is because the females will come at the corner or at the edge of the bank where these grasses are and lay the eggs and hide it there for the eggs to hatch. The fingerlings will stay at the hidden place till they can become active and can defend themselves before moving into the river or the main water. Otherwise, the other big fish will consume them. And that's what we call cannibalism. But the natural body system, the grasses and then the other organisms are there to serve that purpose. But in the control system, you need to provide that. Such are not there. And then, why do we have to feed fish in the pond when we don't feed them in the natural body? It is simple. The fish are not the only living organism in the water bodies. So, such living organisms, there are other things there that serve as food to the fish. And that even includes the aquatic plants. The plants that you see, some of those plants are food to the fish. They feed on them and they feed on other organisms. And that makes it to be able to for the fish to be able to eat very well without human coming to provide them with feed.
Yeah.
So naturally, Allah or God has planned everything for the nature and they're leaving them healthy. Now, when it comes to control fish farming method, the closest one to the natural system is the earthen pond method. The earthen pond, where you dig the ground, put it in water, and then keep the fish. But that I say close because it can't even serve all the purpose the natural system is serving.
Yeah.
For instance, some of the earthen pond, you need to provide lining, and that lining you put it under the pond before you can add water to prevent seepage. But now, if there's no lining, the natural system, the soil under also serves as a filtration system. It filters the feces and the insoluble particles. But in the situation where you have your earthen pond and you line it, that means that there's no soil or sand under the ground to do the filtration. That's why I say it's closest, but it's not exactly, it can't serve the exact purpose. Also, in the earthen pond, we stock the fish more than the natural system. You put thousands of fish in a small earthen pond, but natural one, it is a balance. So, to summarize, in the natural water body system, there are aquatic plants, there are other living organisms, the soil, the water bank, it controls the feces, it gives food to the fish, it controls the hotness and the coolness of the water. Unlike the pond system, where such things are not there, and you as a farmer has to provide them. So that's why in the natural system you don't need these things, filtration, aerations, or whatever. But in the human or man-made ponds, we need to provide them to have thriving fish. Thank you very much. If you have found value in this video, can you subscribe to the channel? And this is Falco Aquaponics. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.